Look what the cat dragged in!
Oh, yay!
Welcome back to Drinking by My Shelf. This is my Drinking by My Sister.
That's me.
You've met her before, she's called Sophie, and you love her, and she's here today to tell me all about what she's been reading, what she's planning to read.
Well, to get your advice on what I should read, because I'm not sure what I should read
I'm
next.
gonna boss her around in this video.
Marvellous.
But first, before I do that, this video is very kindly sponsored by Ana Luisa, which is a treat for Sophie because it means I'm gonna give her presents.
Oh my gosh.
Christmas
Okay,
presents.
so I get 3 things.
You get 3 things, but
amazing.
Patience, grasshopper.
Oh
I need
God,
to tell
okay.
them first. This is Ana Luisa. You may have heard me mention them before. I have been working with them for 6 months now. They're a fantastic jewellery brand. They are currently having a sale of up to 25% off everything on their website. Click my link in the description box below to go check it out. They're perfect Christmas gifts, which is exactly what I'm going to do right now. I'll give you your Christmas present. Happy Christmas!
Thank you so much, Ana Luisa. Oh, very, very cool earrings. They're like hoops. They're sort of double hoops, but with a pearl inside. Like quite unusual. I've never seen anything like that before, but it's really cool. Hey, look! They're nice.
Hooray!
Anyway, that's them. Okay.
So that's just an example of the kind of gift you might buy someone for Christmas. Click my link in the description box below. Present number 2!
I get more! Thank you, thank you.
This one I'm actually quite jealous of.
Oh, this is an ear cuff, isn't it? Oh! Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Cool little ear cuff, because I'm a cool little girl. Oh my god, I have such cool ears now.
But wait, there's more!
But wait, there's more?
Christmas present number 3.
Oh my goodness.
This one can make us twins because I have these.
Oh, these are really, really cool. I like these a lot.
You know who else has these?
Me.
Our mother.
Oh my god, all 3 of us have
3
them?
of us have these.
They really wrap them up nicely, didn't they? Another selling point for Ana Luisa.
Yeah. There are many selling points, mainly the fact that they are completely carbon neutral. They're
So
one of
what does that actually mean when people say that?
They offset all of the carbon that is created from them making their jewellery.
Hey look, which of my earrings do you like more? Exhibit A, Exhibit B, Exhibit C.
You really had to think of what.
Well, I was trying to say 3 and my brain was like, no. Which do you like more?
Well, I'm biased because I have
you
these.
have
I like to be
these,
twins,
yeah.
but these are very cool. Go on, wiggle in their face again.
Okay. Dangly dangly, because I'm fancy.
You want to get your friends and loved ones the perfect Christmas present, go to Ana Luisa.
Especially if you have a friend called Michelle, buy her these, because these are called the Michelle earrings.
They are called the Michelle
The other
earrings.
ones were called Onda. If you have a friend called Onda, buy her the ear cuff. And if you have a friend called Scarlet, buy them the Scarlet Pearl earrings.
You can also buy them for friends with other names.
No, you can't actually.
So you may notice that today I'm sitting here with, some may say my sister, some may say Florence Pugh, but some today may say Daisy Jones.
Oh, because of my I'm wearing cool flared jeans, kids. You can't see them. Oh god, I can't do that. But I've just read Daisy Jones and the Six and it was so good.
So I've been trying to get Sophie onto the Taylor Jenkins Reid hype wagon because
I've read. That's the 3rd one I've read.
That's true. So but I loved Evelyn Hugo. You liked Evelyn Hugo.
Yeah, but I listened to it as a story tape.
And I like story tape.
What's it
so
called?
Sweet. An audiobook.
An audiobook, whatever.
Story tape. So
Yeah, shut up. Okay.
Shouldn't
But
like
I
Evelyn
really
Hugo,
liked
you
the
loved
Mick
Jones.
Reaver one.
Yeah,
What was
Malibu
that?
Rising.
Malibu Rising.
Yeah.
I liked that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then Daisy Jones was the best.
Daisy Jones is so good. Yes. Tell the people, I mean the people know because it's a very popular book, but tell the people.
I'm the only one who's ever read it.
Okay.
Let me tell you about this book called Daisy Jones and the Six. It's written in the format of a music documentary, as if you were watching a music documentary and then someone sort of printed off the script of it.
Yeah.
That's basically the book, which sounds weird. So if you haven't read the book, don't be put off by that because you really do, like it actually is very easy to read and it does flow like a story. It's set in the 70s. And it's about this band, this like rock and roll / pop band in the 70s who are getting really, really big. And then this girl, Daisy Jones, who's like kind of druggy but is like very like star of the moment, is meant to have this amazing voice. And then it's just basically their story, how it like kind of blows up and also like in a bad way as well as in a good way.
It's really good.
It's so good. And it's just, and I'm so excited because they're making a TV show of it. I mean, honestly, no pressure on whichever girl is playing her because they talk about how she just like has this voice unlike anyone.
Yeah.
I was sort of, in my head, I was imagining Amy Winehouse's voice. She has this very like kind of raw, like not polished voice, but is just like completely amazing.
I'm so excited to hear the songs because they talk so much about the process of making the songs. like kept wanting to like open up Spotify and listen to the little bits they were talking about, and I was like, they don't exist.
The whole way through I was picturing Daisy Edgar Jones as Daisy Jones, probably because they have the same name. Maybe that was it.
You're so
I've literally only just made that connection. Oh, I just read Born a Crime. That was very good.
Oh, was it?
That's like a, well, it's an autobiography. It's Trevor Noah,
yeah.
So that was very good. What else have I read? But I then want to go through, so I have 5 books in my want to read list. Oh yeah, I read Tell the Wolves I'm Home. That got 4 stars. I liked that.
So funny. I think that's one of our books.
It's very good.
Well, there you go.
4 stars. It's set in the 80s. It's kind of about the AIDS crisis, but it's not about it's about one particular family who that affects.
Yeah.
And it's one of those books where the story itself isn't almost why I loved it. I loved it just because each character is just so well crafted.
Yeah.
And like even like their sort of movements and stuff you can picture. So anyway, I just really, really liked that. Okay, cool. So, want to read. I have 5 books.
Want to read,
in here.
okay, yeah.
And I know instantly which one you're going to tell me to read. But just wait for me to
Just calm down.
Calm
Okay.
the fuck
Okay,
down.
please, yeah.
Book number 1, With the Fire on High by Elizabeth Acevado. 1,000 Ships by Natalie Haynes. I really like these classical retellings and I haven't read one in a while. The Authenticity Project by Clare Pooley. I think it just like came up in conversations and wanted me to read it. Then The Unlikely Pilgrimage of Harold Fry, which I am meant to read because it's, or I've literally just started, I've read like the first page and then I went to sleep. But it's,
good start.
thank you, but it's my book club book.
Yeah.
And number 5, it's a little known book by a little known lady called Jane Austen. And it's called Sense and Sensibility. But here's why this is weird, is because I feel a bit nervous saying this to a group of people who are like really into books, but like I don't like Jane Austen. I find her really boring. So I've tried to read Pride and Prejudice and found it really boring.
Interesting.
But I have just read, because I read, Emma Thompson, when she was making the movie of Sense and Sensibility, wrote a diary of the film, and I read that, and it's just, if you haven't read that, read it. It's so good.
I read that.
So I read that, and then I watched the movie of Sense and Sensibility like 2 days ago, and now I'm kind of thinking, maybe I'll read the book.
Yeah, okay, I'm nervous.
What, because I hate it? Because it's really boring?
No, I don't think it's really boring, I love it. The reason I'm nervous is because the fact that you didn't like Pride and Prejudice is a
Well,
bad
I didn't
sign.
give it I like read like 2 pages of it, and I was like, oh, this is so boring.
Okay, that's fine then. Because I was going to say you just have to push on through. So in any, whenever I like pick up a classic and I haven't read one for a while, it does take you a bit to adjust into it.
But
I like read Persephone classics. It takes a second to be like, okay, it's slower writing. The Homemaker.
Oh, I really liked that.
Yeah, but it takes a second because you're like, it's more formal.
Yeah, but
writing.
I didn't like the one that you loved because it was too slow and boring.
But that's because you were on holiday. That's fine.
Okay, fine. But I like don't read any classics.
Well, this
because they're all really boring.
I'm nervous. Pride and Prejudice is probably her most accessible one. It's very funny.
Okay.
Sense and Sensibility, I love it.
Well, the film is funny.
The film is fantastic. Yeah. I mean, it is very funny. Jane Austen is hilarious. The reason I'm nervous is because you will give up very early on because Sense and Sensibility. No, it's not because you're stupid. It doesn't have a good opening for you, I think. So it's. Do you remember? You've just seen the film. So at the beginning of the film, I think it's all. I haven't seen the film for years, but it's all quite quickly cut together. The patriarch of the family dies, and they're talking about how much money will get passed down, and it keeps cutting very quickly and the amount keeps getting reduced and reduced. It's funny. Yeah, that is quite long in the book, and so it's.
Should I just not read the first
It's just
chapter?
not the best opening.
Why don't I just
skip through it? Just skip through it. Yeah.
Because it's not like I'll miss anything.
Because I just feel like, I mean, once you get into it, I actually do enjoy reading that section, but I just feel like knowing you'll be like, I'm not enjoying this. Just skip through it, and then you'll love it. It's so funny. I mean, like the Hugh Laurie character, Mr. Palmer, he gets more lines in the book. He's so funny. Yeah, it's fantastic. Also, the whole every conversation that Eleanor has with, I don't want to give. Am I allowed to give Jane Austen spoilers?
Yes, it was written like 200 years ago. I think yes.
Okay. Every conversation that Eleanor has with Lucy, her love rival, is just fantastic because it's that passive aggressive politeness. They're so polite to each other, but they so hate each other in every way.
Okay,
it's wonderful. Okay, but I'm nervous.
Yeah,
you might not like it.
Okay, but Fine. So I will read that one. Have you read any of the other books on this list?
I have read The Unlikely Pilgrimage of Harold Fry.
Yes.
Many years ago, but I loved it. It's quite like saccharine, but I think you'll like it. It's kind of Frederick Backman-esque. Like, it's one of those where you cry, you're moved. It's a lovely.
I'm not going to cry, am I?
You might cry.
Okay.
It's really good.
Okay.
1,000 Ships I've read.
Yes.
Really good. You'll love it because you love that kind of thing.
Yes, I really like that kind of thing.
Have you read her other book?
What's her other book?
Children of Jocasta.
Yes.
Really
yes, do you remember?
Yeah,
I think
you were talking
because
about
it's all
it
about incest.
in like
we did a video on it. Yes.
Yeah, I'll link below to see if you talk about incest. Yeah, I loved that one.
Okay.
And this one's like broader. There's more stories going on in it.
Okay. 1,000 stories.
There are 1,000 stories.
Wait, we haven't decided on anything, have we? Yes, we have. Number 1, the
So you're going to start with Unlikely Pilgrimage because you have a time
I think
deadline.
I have a time deadline, so I should do that one, finish it for book club.
Okay.
Great. Then maybe I'll read Sensibility because I think I'm on the hype of it because I've just read the diary and then watched the film.
And it does I think for something like reading classics where you don't usually love them, I think having just seen the film is the perfect time to read it because...
Also, it has 1 million ratings. It's a
Yeah,
famous book.
quite a few people have heard of it. Are you Sense or Sensibility?
I never know which way around it. Like, both could be both.
Yeah.
So which way around is it?
I always forget. So I think sense is sensibleness and sensibility is feeling.
Are you sure?
It's
Because
not
sense is like, I have a sense for feelings, or sensibility is I'm sensible.
I know that I'm Marianne, but I don't
You're
think
Kate
you're...
Winslet.
Yeah, I don't think you're Eleanor. I think you're the little girl. You're
the one who's always
climbs
behind.
up a tree.
Great.
I think you're her.
The one who always gets left behind at things. Potentially won't get the whole way through that,
You're
but we'll try my absolute
bloody
best.
page, I know.
Then number 3, I actually might. I think number 3 I want to read With the Fire on High because I really like the cover.
That's a popular booktube one.
What makes something popular booktube versus popular
just that I watch a lot of booktube and people talk about it a lot.
But isn't that a representation of what's happening in the world? That's like saying, that's a bit popular on the news. No, it's like it's on the news because it's happening.
Kind of. But there are like people on YouTube have different book tastes to people on TikTok, people on Instagram. It's different.
You should get. It was called Book Talk.
Book Talk.
TikTok.
TikTok, yeah.
Then maybe the Authenticity Project. Then 1,000 Ships. But I would like people to tell me maybe in the comments whether the Authenticity Project is any good.
What's it about? Read out the description.
Okay. It's the story of a solitary green notebook that brings together 6 strangers and leads to unexpected friendship and even love. That sounds quite fun.
Finally, to finish off the video,
yes.
Can you please tell me the last book that you hated?
Yes, I can. Let me go through. So read. Piranesi I was disappointed by because I wanted there to be like a really cool ending where suddenly it all made sense and you were like, oh, it's been this the whole time.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, maybe that did happen, I just didn't understand it, but anyway, I just was disappointed by it. Oh yeah, I'm so sorry. The one that you love, 2 stars, A Lady and Her Husband, just snooze fest. Westing Game, didn't like that.
What is
star.
it? 1 star, okay, tell us, why is it a 1 star?
So it's again, I think it was just, I wasn't angry, I was disappointed. Like, it's a little bit like the, whatever that one is, where it's like a murder mystery and you're sort of trying to figure out who did it.
The Appeal.
Yeah, it's kind of, but like not really, but just in the way that you don't know who did the murder or what happened.
Okay.
And it's basically, yeah, the premise is so fun. So the premise is basically this old man dies, but he's sort of written in his will that like whoever can solve the murder wins all this money. So then everyone's trying to, it's like such a cool premise, but it was just so bad. But everyone loved it.
Written or
it's got no, not badly written. I didn't like the story. I think maybe I just didn't understand it again. But yeah, I mean, majority of people have given it 5 stars. 5 stars.
You didn't like Shuggie?
Sorry, everyone loves Shuggie.
I haven't read it.
Again, boring. Like, great story, but it's just
I'm scared to read.
Don't put because your followers might actually come and murder me because I'm like slating some of the most loved books ever, but it's just a bit long and slow and boring.
What was the last bit that you DNF'd?
Pride and Prejudice.
That was a while ago.
Yeah.
That's why you DNF more often than that.
Well, actually, hang on. I have a little shelf in Goodreads. This should be sponsored by Goodreads. I have a shelf in Goodreads.
Sorry, Ana Luisa.
On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous, DNF. Writers and Lovers. Everyone said good things about that.
One.
DNF. Did I DNF? Yeah, I did DNF Maud West, even though you loved it.
I love it.
Nutshell by Amy
Oh, I loved that.
I think I have really simple taste.
So there you go. This was my sister. Put your legs back up again.
Oh no.
Show me
Oh, but I'm less bendy than you think I am.
Yeah, you're not very bendy at all. Thank you to Ana Luisa for sponsoring this
Thank
video.
you so much to Ana Luisa for all my lovely things.
Sophie looks cool now. Click
my
the
danglies,
link. Go
my
and shop 25% off.
My cuff.
Comment below if you've got anything to say to Sophie.
On those 5 books of what I should read next, I would quite like everyone's opinion, because if they're rubbish, then I don't want to waste my time.
Yeah.
So Harold Fry I'm going to read.
Yeah.
Sense and Sensibility would be great to know. You know what I would really like to know? If there is anyone out there like me who doesn't like classics because they're kind of slow and boring, but maybe has... And maybe because you watched the movie and then liked it and it made like you more. Also, my recommendation to you is go and read The Diary of Emma Thompson.
Yeah, what are they called?
So it's just called, just type it, like, I got it off Amazon, sorry everyone. But just type into wherever you are going, Emma Thompson, Diaries, Sense and Sensibility. The one I think you have to buy is quite a big book. Basically it's the whole script and then the diaries at the end.
And you just read the diaries.
Yeah. Then The Authenticity Project, 1,000 Ships, and With the Fire on High. I would like to know everybody's thoughts and lots of love.
Okay, bye!
Christmas.